Good evening.
Yo, oh my god, it's weird, isn't it, bro? Oh, why did we use stereo? God,
Why not?
ours is recording already, innit?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, it
Well, I guess
sounds.
we'll find out after we've had our chat. I
Well,
guess
it says
I guess I'll
live,
find out.
so I'm assuming so. That's
Hopefully.
nuts.
Let me do it. I literally
I,
got my phone on charge. I've literally got my phone on charge
I love this
because I
as
don't
well.
want it to
It's like
die.
we got like 0 listeners. Like, obviously, we ain't gonna have shit. Like,
Who cares, man? Who cares?
oh
Who,
yeah, man,
who cares? You know what I mean?
look at us, me and you making a podcast. I think this is the dumbest thing we've ever done.
It's one of the dumbest things we've ever done.
Alright, what is dumber than this that we've done?
You tying my shoes together as I was split drunk, and then me asking you to untie my shoes while I was also split drunk in the same half an hour and going, crummy, crummy,
Wait, no, no,
mum,
no,
my
wait.
shoes.
No, wait, no, mate. If you could tell a story, tell it right. It was so much funnier than that. You were throwing your guts up in David Boyd's fucking wheelie bin, and I come
Boss,
over
don't
entirely.
name names,
No,
right?
actually,
Don't
no,
name
no.
names.
That's wrong. No, you were chilling there, sitting. I come over, sit next to you, you put your feet on me, and I start tying your laces together, and you go, "Oh no, don't do that!" And then I do it, and you're like, "Oh fuck you," then, and then I walk off. Then you're throwing up in the bin, and then I walk over to you, check you're alright, and you go, "Oi, Callum, some dickhead has tied my laces together." And
Mate,
then I get, and then guess what? It was me. And you were like, "Oh, you prick."
didn't I ask you to untie the shoelaces as well? I was like, oh, listen.
Yeah,
Some dickhead's tied my shoelaces together. And you're like, oh, it's me. And I was like, can you untie him for us?
yeah. And, and
Jesus
boss,
Christ.
no. But what was funny was just like you had like Dylan and that come over, and just more people coming over trying to untie your laces. No one could fucking do it. And then I was able to do it, but it was after great difficulty. And then I didn't see you for the
I'm,
rest of the
I'm,
night because you died.
I'm pretty sure I managed to get upstairs into the bathroom and throw up while talking to the ambulance operator, saying that I confessed my love. I confessed my love, my deepest love to this ambulance operator, and said, I know a bloke like you, because the last time I got absolutely split is when I was about 15 years of age, absolutely split, and the ambulance people came, and they were like, can you eat this? Can you eat this for us? Can you eat this for us? And I was like, the ambulance guy was James. I'll never forget him. What a legend. I was like, for you, James, I'll do anything. And my mum was like, stop being cocky. And I was like, I'm not being cocky. I'm being nice. Um, so I said to, I think his name was Graham. What a lad. What a fella. I said, Graham, I know a guy called James. He's like you, but I love you. Will you be my Valentine? It wasn't even, it was like, you know how you kiss
No,
someone,
it was
like
New
meant to
Year's,
kiss
man. It
someone.
was New Year's.
Yeah, I know it was New Year's. I
Yeah,
know it was New Year's, but you know how you're meant to kiss someone on New Year's? How you
yeah,
meant, like, stereotypically you meant to do that.
yeah.
I confused it. I confused it with Valentine's Day, so I was like, you be my Valentine? He's like, it's New Year's, mate, and I don't swing that way. I don't think the wife will be very happy. I was like, okay, sorry.
Oh, imagine trying to
And then
chat up. Sorry. Imagine trying to chat off an ambulance operator.
I'm not
Right,
even
hey,
I'm not even gay. I'm
911,
not
what
even
is
gay.
your. No, 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 what is your emergency? I love
Hey,
you.
honey. Hey, honey, how you doing? Want to come out in an
Wait, no,
ambulance and
wait,
crash
mate,
my place?
fuck Tinder. Fuck any dating app.
999.
Just 999 it. You might get lucky. Wait, but bro, like no, wait, I'm not even joking. Paramedics are fit.
Yo,
Like
yo, yo.
I've
I'm not even messing, mate. I was down in London one time, alright, with my mum, and
why are you
I
talking
was with
so
my
Welsh?
because I'm patriotic. Listen, trust me, it goes with the story,
Alright,
alright.
alright.
So I was down with my mum and my brother and my mum's friends, and
Hmm.
my brother's friends. Obviously, that was like me. I was like the odd one out, and there was this ambulance parked on the side of the road, and I was like, "Why the fuck?" Oh, it's London stabbings, yeah, obviously. Um, so we walked past this ambulance, and two the two paramedics came out of a coffee shop,
Hmm.
and I was like, "Okay, standard, you get a coffee drink." But the woman paramedic that walked out, oh my God. Boss, if anyone could make workwear fit, all right, if anyone
Yeah.
could make workwear sexual, sexy, absolutely gorgeous,
Oh God.
absolutely amazing, it was her. Like she had the body of a god. She, oh my God. And the guy, yeah, the guy she was working with was like 6'5", built like a brick fucking shithouse and Welsh.
Oh mad.
He comes out, he literally comes out of the coffee shop with the thickest, like, deepest Welsh accent ever. This 6'5" brick shithouse bloke, just like, all right, love, I'll get it off you. Like, don't you worry about it. It's like, what are you doing in London, mate? You fucking serve Cardiff or something. Jesus. Oh, don't you worry, love, I'll get it all.
Oh my
Bloody hell,
lord.
man. I
Oh
swear they were
Lord
probably a couple or
Jesus.
something. They probably got one night shift together like 3.5 months ago and was like, you know what?
No. Wait, that's that's nuts, man. Um, shit. Alright, well, that's fun. Should we get on to what
Of
we
course I
actually
will.
want to talk about?
Could do. Do you want to? I want to. That's a good
Oh,
question.
bro, like, what day is it? It's
Shut up. Yeah,
Monday.
of course I want to. Shut up. Of
It's
course I want
Monday.
to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Monday.
Falcon and
It's
Winter Soldier
been,
come.
yeah, that came out
Falcon and Winter
Friday,
Soldier came out
and
Friday.
Snyder Cut came out Thursday. Like, boss,
Content
we have
has
not,
been high.
bro, we haven't talked about it yet. The fact that it's taken us this long to talk about both these things that have been so hyped for us.
You so fucking what? 2 weeks earlier, like, Sonic. Oh, Falcon and Winter Soldier,
bro,
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
bro,
5 days later,
have
we still
wait,
haven't talked about it.
have I not been gassed about the Snyder Cut? Like, bro,
I
you
think
know how excited I was for
you've
this.
been more gassed about the Snyder Cut than you have been about Falcon Winter Soldier. I haven't been that gassed because I
Yeah,
was content with Whedon's, but
no, I
at
Whedon's
the end of the day, after what I was content, all right. I wasn't
no,
pleased. I was
no,
content.
I was god awful disappointed. Whedon's cut was utter wank.
I was god awful disappointed. Yeah, it was a bit shit, but that's every
No,
DC movie
oi,
in my eyes,
no,
apart
but
from Nolan's trilogy.
no, but oi, like we DC is
Mm,
generally been known to be the darker one. Like when you're comparing DC and Marvel in terms of comics, TV shows, movies, DC has always been
yeah.
the one, generally, takes the edgier, darker tone, and it works. They do it well.
Yeah,
Whedon
if you
comes
look
in,
at the movie, you can't see anything. So yeah, they're clearly taking a darker turn.
no, you know what I mean, dipshit. But like, Schneider, like, granted, I didn't really enjoy Batman versus Superman that much. Like, it was all right, but I don't know, I was just a little bit let down with it. But Snyder gets DC, like he gives it that edge, that tone it needs, and he's doing that with Justice League. And then Whedon comes in. Bear in mind, he's made two Avengers movies already, and he comes in and he just tries to make another Avengers film. DC is not Marvel. It's too light-hearted, man.
What, Justice League? Whedon's.
Yeah, yeah. He tried to
Yeah,
throw
I see that. I see
he
that.
tried to throw so many jokes and just make it too cheerful. He just tried to make it Marvel.
You can't make DC cheerful unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah, unless it works for the story, which for this it really didn't.
If it was, what is it, like an off joke that someone said on the street with an interaction, like a side character,
Hmm, that's fun.
that's a good place for a joke.
Hmm, but not throughout the whole
You know,
thing. Like the
eh,
brunch thing. Remember brunch?
yeah, that was a
It was
bit cringe.
bad,
I'm
man.
not gonna lie.
That was
That
bad.
was a bit cringe. That was a bit cringe. I'm not gonna lie.
It was
I
terrible.
did kind of kind of turn my screen down and kind of just look at the floor in sorrow,
No,
wondering why am I doing this to myself. And then after it
no.
finished, I carried on watching the movie. After I
No,
finished dying inside.
I couldn't. I can't watch Whedon's Justice League again. I've only seen it once.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it once, but would I see it again? That's a good question. I would see it
No, I don't.
again.
I
I'd
think
I'd
no.
see it again.
I think the only situation where I'd see it again is to compare it to the Snyder Cut, to properly compare it. Like watch one then the other and be like, right,
Wait, if you were going to compare it side by side, you'd have to watch Whedon's twice.
yeah. But you like,
It's
oh,
like
I ain't gonna do
two
that,
hours
am
of
I?
content. I'm
Uh,
gonna watch Whedon's like twice.
I ain't gonna fucking watch it back to back twice. It was shit.
I
But
think I think
bro,
what Whedon should have done is he should have consulted Snyder.
oh yeah, 100%. Because he,
Should have at least had.
bro, he he used 10% of what Schneider filmed. Like, how disrespectful can you be?
He used the parts in the trailer. The
Oh,
the trailer of Justice League where Batman throws the Batarang and the Flash kind of like notices it and was like, "Oh shit,
yeah,
you're the Batman." Yeah,
yeah,
he
that was
used
from
that.
Schneider. Mm,
He used that, and
he
that
used
was
that.
it. That's all I can.
He
That's all the
no,
memorable
another bit
part.
he used the scenes. Some of the scenes were after they revived Superman, and you can tell because his mustache wasn't CGI'd at that bit.
Why
Um,
did they CGI mustache on?
because Henry Cavill was filming Mission Impossible, and he had to have the mustache, and they did reshoots. So they instead of him shaving it
Couldn't they
off,
have just couldn't they have just given him a prosthetic mustache?
I don't know, but mate, I've seen some bad CGI, like The Rock in The Mummy 2 being one of them. And no, wait, you've seen The Mummy 2, right?
I have not seen the Mummy 2, but I
No,
can imagine it's quite
have you
shit
not seen
early
the
2000s
have you
film.
not seen The Rock? Wait, just look at The Rock in as the Scorpion King in The Mummy 2. Google it right now, please.
I'll Google it right now. Pull it up on the computer. Ladies
Pull it
and
up
gentlemen,
right
here I am
now.
pulling up The Rock, Mummy 2. The Rock Mummy Returns. Was that the one?
Yeah,
Mummy
yeah.
Returns? 2001. Did I say it was a shitty 2001 film? Yes, I did. What's it, early 2000? Jesus Christ.
That is god awful, it is.
What the hell is that?
Trust,
Why did they CGI it? They literally haven't.
trust.
Just
No, but bro, wait,
practical effects. Practical effects in the fucking 80s look better than that shit.
trust me. But wait. My point is that was god awful, but that was Even I think that's better compared to the horrible butchered job they did to Henry Cavill's mustache.
Henry Cavill mustache CGI. What the fuck? They just eliminated all evidence of stubble.
Trust me.
You know what I mean?
It
Like
didn't even
you'd have some stubble, wouldn't you?
like bro, wait, it didn't even track well. Like when he was moving or his mouth was moving, it just didn't track well. You could just tell. It just looked terrible.
Yeah, nah. I
And
just found this comparison image, and it's
yeah,
like $3 million, but no, three. I can't fucking read. I legit cannot read. And that's the list of things I am. $300 million budget. All right, and it's Henry Cavill as Superman with his mustache CGI'd off, and then next to it is an absolutely better one, Henry Cavill's actual face. The mustache is completely removed, but it looks more like Henry Cavill than um,
mm,
Whedon's, and it was done on a $500 used computer.
oh god, it says a lot, doesn't it?
Um, So what are you gonna put your hands in the trust of? You gonna put it in Whedon, or are you gonna put it in some guy off Reddit who knows how to do basic CGI?
It just so bad. Like, boss, and you know what as well? Like, I saw a comparison video on Instagram earlier, and it was the
Mm,
scene where he's kicking Steppenwolf's ass, um,
mm,
and you know when he lasers his face and shit. Like, it's
yeah,
the scene of him. It's pretty much the same scene. It's near enough the same scene,
yeah,
but obviously in the Schneider Cut, he's got the black suit.
yeah.
Like,
Why?
so I'm
Why does he
assuming that
get the
was the
black
original
suit?
suit. I don't know. He was just feeling it, I guess. But
he, he puts on the black suit,
there's
fucking
yeah,
Green
no,
Day,
no,
Boulevard.
no. Like,
I walk this lonely road. Steppenwolf, I've come to kick your ass. I walk this lonely road.
but like, anyway, like he fully had to like re-edit Superman suit because the in Whedon's cut, he's wearing the red and blue suit.
Yeah, why would? Oh my god!
Like,
I
why
think
not
I
just
think
leave him in the
Whedon
suit?
Whedon could have done something so much better.
Yeah,
You know, he could have consulted Snyder. Yeah, he was going through a tough time, but he could have consulted Snyder, said,
yeah.
"Hey, do you mind sharing with me your vision? Yeah, that's fine. I will just note some things down for you. All you have to do is follow
Is
the fucking
assemble.
train, CJ. Follow
Mate,
the damn train, CJ. That's all you have to do. We
mate,
didn't have
wait,
to
wait.
be CJ and follow the fucking train. You know what I mean?
You know what? No, wait, no. Whedon had everything he needed in front of him. No, this is like you go over to someone's house, they make you a nice meal, and you decide, fuck it, and you go home and make your own. Like, it's
Or
just
no, no, no,
disrespect.
worse than that. Worse than that. You go over to someone's house, they've cooked you a five-star gourmet meal with a chef
Hmm.
with a Michelin star. You say, no, thank you, sir, and pull out a fucking wimpy and start eating a wimpy with your fucking feet. That's the comparison you should be doing.
Actually,
You don't
but
make
like,
your own fucking food. You grab the shit off the floor and just start eating it with your feet.
well, like he had all the scenes there. Maybe there was a few more he needed, but like he had everything he needed there. and
He had
he
80,
just
he probably
scrapped.
had 87% of the stuff
No,
he
he had
needed,
no, he
at
had more
least.
than that. He had at least 90. No, he had 97% of what he just needed to
Gee, oh my,
assemble it.
how could you just throw that shit away? You don't have 90% of £1 million and go, oh, it's not £1 million, and fucking chuck it away. You know what I mean?
Just trust.
You know what I fucking mean?
Yeah,
Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely
yeah.
fucking stupid. Why
It's
would you,
just
why,
pissing
why
him.
would you do that? Why would
I
you do that?
mate, it has honestly, it's pissed me off so much. Like I've
It
never
fucking
been.
baffles me.
Thing is, like I, I, I said this to you before. It's just when Zack Snyder tried to defend Batman brutally murdering people in Batman vs Superman, I just couldn't take to the man. Oh, I don't see it as him killing people. I see it as them that indirectly dying from his actions. What the fuck?
Yeah, they kind of just Batman touched him and he indirectly snapped his neck.
Yeah.
Um,
Batman, no, no, no. Batman blew up his car while he was in it, but like he indirectly died because he was in the car. Batman was just blowing up the
yeah,
car.
I mean, if the guy wasn't in the car, then I guess he'd still be alive.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good. That's like saying that's like oh, I do say like if two Englishmen now, two English Protestant, if two went out to your car right now, turned it on, and it blew up for some fucking reason, not because I'm part of the IRA or something, but it
it's
just
just
randomly blew up. That's me indirectly killing you because you went into the car. Do you understand? Did you get
yep,
what I'm saying? Do you know, sound how fucking stupid it is? It's how
yeah.
fucking dumb it is.
Oh,
Fucking
my God, man,
stupid.
it's
How do you
mad.
indirect?
But
How do
but
you indirectly kill someone by shooting them?
exactly. But like, you know what? I'm gonna let that go. All right, because Zack Snyder is a fucking good director and he knows what he's doing, except for that little mishap. But he knows what the fuck
Yeah,
he's
except
doing.
for
And
killing people.
yep. And what we got on Thursday was fucking amazing.
It
I'm
was. I
sorry, but
completely
I
agree.
I have you know what I'm gonna say it? I think that's one of the best one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen.
Be it 4 hours, it is comparable. It should be comparable to events such as Endgame, events such as
Mm,
Infinity War. You know what I mean? Like
mm,
first Iron Man. You know what I mean? Revolutionary shit.
mm. Mate, I
Because
thing is, I'd compare it to Endgame, but the difference between this and Endgame is that Endgame was rounding off the last 10 years of development. This is setting up the future, you know?
you should say it was setting up the future
Well,
because
I
we
didn't
we
get the
we're
sequels.
hoping. I have seen though on Twitter, Instagram, and other forms of social media such as Reddit, as well as like tech posts, like film review posts saying that hashtag bring back the Snyderverse.
Yes, everywhere.
I'm literally seeing it under like loads of posts on my discovery page on Instagram. Like I'm seeing like bring back the Snyderverse, bring back the Snyderverse, bring back the Snyder. I think if Warner Brothers brought back the Snyderverse, they could benefit because they're only in it for the money,
Oh
realistically.
yeah,
If
100%.
they brought back the Snyderverse, they could
They would
say,
make
okay,
money.
we are getting our money. We are getting a lot of fucking money. Because originally,
Mm,
I think they projected it as just like, oh, it's just another superhero film. We'll just get money anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But if they did it for the fans like Disney have been doing,
Mm,
they will be almost comparable to Disney due to the fact that they are reviving a great comic book and
yeah.
and TV series and movies like producing company DC Comics by allowing them to have the freedom that Marvel has been given by Disney by
Yeah.
making this the Snyderverse by making that are reality. Be it that Zack Snyder may still be dealing with some things, obviously, because it's quite a recent event. But
Mm.
if he just is there as like a creative director, so people just go to like directors go to him and be like, "Yo, how do I do this? Like,
You
what
know
what
what?
do you envision? What do you plan?"
Mm.
And they can direct it from there. If you get good directors, unlike Whedon, if you get good directors that are willing to follow what Zach is saying and the amount of money that Warner Brothers is giving, you can fully revive and have a functioning superhero universe for the
Mm.
DC comics comparable to Marvel. You know,
Yeah.
it just makes
It
sense,
just
doesn't it?
the thing is like you know what though, like Zack Schneider being the creative director, I reckon I don't see anyone else doing it but him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, I
Like
see that.
this man had vision. This man executed vision. Vision, became reality.
Mm,
And I think, you know, when making something, I that let's face it, this the Schneider Cut was his passion project.
oh yeah,
Like,
definitely.
yeah, and you know, having someone else involved in that doesn't help because when you try and explain to someone your vision, it's like the best way I can like explain it is, when you translate something from another language,
Yeah.
it's not exactly the same how it is in the original language. Like when you translate something from Arabic to English, it's not exactly the same.
So when you try to translate something from Welsh to English, because
Yeah.
trust me, I've seen some dodgy like set up road signs on the side of the road. They'll be like, there was one that actually got famous because the English said, please keep to the left and allow for the construction vehicles moving on the right. The Welsh said, put the fish in the microwave, wait till the time goes for beer, and then add peas.
How did they fuck up that
That's
badly?
because it's the fucking British government. That's how it fucks up that badly. They'll be like, oh, put the microwave, put the fish in the microwave. Fucking retards. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's
Yeah.
why I think if he's creative director, he'll be able to, go down to the set and help these direct. Because if you get a good director, i.e., James Gunn, you know what I mean? He directed two
Uh,
very successful Marvel films, and they
and
were very
like
good.
you know what? Even his Suicide Squad is shaping up nicely. Like I didn't like the first
Exactly,
one.
that's what I'm
First one
saying.
was shit,
I
but
didn't like the
you know,
first one at
don't
all. Now
don't
I
get me wrong.
watched it and I was like, they've got rid of half the characters apart from the
Mm,
high-paid actors. You know what I mean? They got rid of half the characters of the squad in the first
yeah.
5 minutes of them being in the city, and
Mm,
then all of the high-paid actors were the only remaining ones. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? You know what I mean?
true.
How do you how do you make a film about a Suicide Squad who has to have all components of a squad to work? Now, in the
Mm,
comics, when they work together, they fucking work well. But
yeah.
when in the film you kill them off in the first fucking 5 minutes, and you've got what Will Smith, Margot Robbie, and some other fucking Spanish cunt who can light his hands on fire.
They
You
even
know what I
killed him
mean?
off. I swear. I swear he died at the
They,
end of the movie.
bro, yeah, no, that he died before he can get out of the city. The only ones that
Oh.
survived were Margot Robbie, Will Smith, and someone else. I can't even remember who that was. You know what I mean? If James Gunn does this correctly, it proves
Mm.
that if you get a good enough director with the complacency and the understanding of how things need to be done, if you have a creative control over you, because he had Kevin Feige looking over.
My guy,
Yeah.
you just gone silent, or you
Oh,
cut.
have I?
Yeah, there you go.
Alright.
You're blessed.
I'm a
Um,
blessed now.
yeah. Oh, well, that's
I
funny.
lost
But
complete lost
uh,
chain of thought. I've completely
yeah.
lost chain of thought.
Oh, you know what? It's blessed. So let's get back on track. Let's talk about Snyder Cut now. We've talked about like just
Okay.
our dislike for the Whedon cut. Like the Snyder Cut, mate, was fucking beautiful in every single way possible. And you muted again. What the sound jiggity fuck?
Swear it's the internet connection, bro.
It's mad. Well, it's not mine
What do you-
anymore because I'm back in London and my internet in London is sick. So,
Yeah, well, it's London and I'm in the middle of absolutely nowhere.
but fuck no.
I'm
But
in
nah.
what? Middle of the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But mate, right from the start of the movie, it just establishes the weight of Superman's death from Batman versus Superman. Like right from the start.
Oh yeah, because
With
right from the start he's getting stabbed through the heart, and
and bro, you just feel the weight of that. And you feel it throughout like the movie, like up until they revive him. It's like shit. Shit has hit the fan. Superman died.
because
Like
Bruce and Diana keep referencing how it's not the same without him. It's not the same without him.
mm,
Like I don't. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. It's not the same. You know what I mean?
mm,
You keep getting those sort of vibes as well as getting those actual quotations from them.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like throughout the throughout the film, like it's not like, oh yeah, he's dead right from start. I'm assembling a team. Hey, we have a way of reviving Superman. No, it's he died. I feel guilty about it. I need to make up for that. I'm building this team because I made him a promise. This team isn't complete because he isn't here. We have a chance to bring him back and fix this team. We've done it. Like he is consistently held throughout up until his revival,
Yeah.
and it just has so much more of an impact, and you just feel it
Has a
more.
high.
Like
It has a
I
higher
felt
weight
Bruce
to it,
Wayne.
doesn't it?
Yeah, like I felt Bruce Wayne's motivations through this way more than I did in the Whedon cut. It just felt so
Yeah.
much more like motivated.
The Whedon cut just felt like it was like, oh, we need to make Justice League a thing. So,
Mm,
do you know how we're going to make Justice League a thing? We're going to make it a thing by making Superman a revive. Oh, look, Superman is a revive. Let's go kill big baddie monster.
yeah,
That's what
like
Whedon felt like. But Snyder was like, Superman's dead. Okay, what are we going to do about it? You know what I mean? It's a bit more motive to it
mm,
instead of like having this constant um just constant wanting to just have him back. Like, oh yeah, we need him back. Yeah, I guess it would be good if we have him back. Yeah,
yeah,
it'll be good if we have him back. I don't know.
like
Kind of want him
but
back.
but in the Schneider cut, it's just a we need him.
Oh yeah, this is definitely we need him, man.
Yeah,
Big we need him.
like Whedon cut was we want him. I mean, yeah, and then the Schneider cut was we need him. We need him.
Snyder was more aggressive with its approach of
Mm,
on like the understand. Like, I say aggressive. It was more confrontational with the fact that they needed Superman. So
yeah,
it was more, oh, because you could hear it in dialogue as well. Like, because the extended bits of dialogue, not just, you know, added detail to the story, but it also added detail to the meanings within the film. Because you had,
mm,
it was like when they were like, oh yeah, it would be great if it'd be great if we had him. Like, I think there is a way. I think there is a way we can get him back. Are you sure it's too risky? It might be. It's like, I don't know. And there was a lot of internal conflict between them all.
Mm,
Whereas in the Whedon, it was like, we need him back. You're right. We can revive him. Cool. How do we do it? Box.
uh,
Cool.
yeah,
Should we do it? One person says no. We're doing it. You know what I mean?
and
There was a lot more internal strife that built, like, closed them together a bit more.
like his death and resurrection were like cause character development for other characters. Like this whole movie was
Yeah.
character development for Batman. Batman massive character development, which was brilliant. And like they even made the mother boxes their own like have their own character development. They only started calling out because they realized the threat of Superman was no longer around.
Yeah.
It
They
makes
realized
so
that
much more
Superman was
sense why Steppenwolf is coming now
because Superman's
because
dead.
yeah,
I kind of got that.
and
I got that in the Whedon cut, but I think that's because
but
I'm such a
it
hardcore,
yeah,
understanding of these types of
mm,
films. Like I
but like
understand these types
it
of
was
films.
just
When you look at a Marvel film and stuff like that, you can
mm,
understand what's going on
but like it was
because
kind
I've
of
watched
brushed
so
on.
many of them.
It was brushed on in the Whedon
Yeah,
cut.
it was
This actually just like
in the Whedon
Batman
cut.
was
It
like
was
Batman made it a point. Like he goes, look, why like Aquaman or someone was like, why should we bring him back? Like, do we need him? How do you know they just won't kick his ass like they've kicked our ass? And he goes, because they why don't you think they've called out before? They've been at rest for thousands of years, but they call now when Superman died because they know he wasn't around to be a threat. They are scared of him.
hmm,
Like,
I still stand by my point that Superman's way too overpowered.
oh yeah, 100%.
Way too
100%.
overpowered.
But you can't have a character like Superman and him not be overpowered. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally is called Superman.
Yeah. And then like the Flash as
Could
well.
call him Gary.
Fucking Gary. But the Flash, even he had character development when reviving Superman. That scene where he was like, I can do it, but I kind of have this rule of not breaking light speed
Speed
because it
light,
kind of yeah, because it messes with time and I don't want to do that, but if I need to, I will do it. And
which opens
bro,
up the Speed Force, which then
yeah,
adds more threats into the
yeah,
world. You know what I mean?
like fam, that's I just it was so beautiful. I loved every part of the Flash's, character in this movie.
I I've seen one of the Flash, and that's CW Flash, TV
Mm,
series Flash, and I rated it. I was like, yeah, this
yeah,
good Flash. This is a good person to play the Flash.
yeah.
When this Flash came along, I can't remember the actor's name. I
Ezra Miller.
deeply apologize. Ezra Miller. Hey, that's
Yeah,
Ezra Miller.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Where did it?
My days.
Yeah,
Anyway,
trust.
when Ezra Miller when Ezra Miller came along, it was like this is a good Flash. Like in the Whedon car was like it's a good Flash, good choice for the Flash. You know,
Mm.
I can see
He's all right.
why
He just
Ezra would be picked. He's light-hearted like the Flash is. He makes cracks a lot of jokes. But in the Whedon cut, he cracked a little too much jokes.
mm,
Um, in Snyder Cut, however, there was more visible and dialogue conflict within himself.
mm,
And this is shown both times when he goes close to the speed of light.
yeah. Oh, mate, that scene um near the end where the mother
Fucking
bot like
intense.
unity is achieved and he starts running like after he gets shot like fam he was running and running waiting for Cyborg to give the signal and then he got shot and honestly I was just lost. I was like no fucking no, what the fuck. And then unity just happens and everything explodes and I'm just there like you did not just fucking. And then he starts running and he just says like I need to do this, I need to like turn back time. And he goes, Dad, I just want you to know that your son, he was one of the best. He did it. He was one of the best. And I felt that so much because you could tell how scared he was to attempt this because he'd never attempted it before. And he turned back time,
I
he
think what
ran
they should
back
have.
through time.
I think the song they should have played was "If I Could Turn Back Time."
In the Whedon cut, yeah. In the Whedon
Oh
cut.
yeah, and the Whedon cut that would definitely be
100%.
played. I'm not messing around.
Yeah.
Like Whedon would have taken that genuinely seriously. He'd have been like, "Oh yeah, that's a sick song option. Let's do that." You retard.
I
Honestly,
like
man.
when the Flash meets like is in prison talking to his dad. Like that scene's in the Whedon cut as well, but that's short, and it's started off with him drawing a stupid face on a guy who's been a dick to him. You
Mm.
can't feel emotion if you just start off with a joke like that. Like I don't
Yeah,
work for me. But like he just
jokes require a punchline, and you can't just deliver the punchline without giving the beginning. You know what I mean?
mm, and he just when he was speaking to his dad, it was a longer conversation as well, and it was just
Oh yeah,
so
that's why they dragged him away at the end because it was a longer
yeah
conversation.
yeah. The fact that he
You
got
could just
dragged away,
tell,
but and he was still trying to tell his son like stop, forget about me, live your own life, like.
innit?
And then when he goes to his dad at the end of the movie saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm employed like properly now," it just felt so much better. It was a
I'm
better
in a crime
payoff.
lab. Hey,
Yeah,
hey, he's a crime lab.
hey. But it was just
OG
such a
Flash
better
story.
payoff, because we had that development at the start.
Hmm. It
And
did have more build to it.
they,
Yeah.
Cyborg's character development was brilliant.
This is why I want the Snyderverse because I want a
Mm,
cyborg movie. I'm not even lying. I want a cyborg movie.
boy, right. Let's talk about Cyborg in the Whedon cut.
All right.
Cyborg, he comes in, literally just you see him and like, okay, this is Cyborg. He talks to Diana, he contacts Diana. Oh, okay, he hacked the back computers. Um,
Oh, he's smart.
like he's also established as still being afraid of what he is. And then he
Yeah.
talks to Diana, he does his thing, and he fucks off. And he comes back, he does bits, and then he gets cut in half, and then he like they save the world. And he kind of redevelops and he has his OG. That's the one. That is one thing I liked about Whedon Cut is at the end where he like grew that chest plate and it was his OG
Yeah.
logo. I thought that was cool. But his dad was there as well. But in the Snyder Cut, he fucking is established. He's afraid of what he is and he hates it. He listens to his dad's tape. His dad tells him what he can do, and he journeys
Crushes
and explores what he can
crushes it
do.
before it gets personal. Crushes it
Mm,
before it gets personal.
yeah, and
Because he
fucking
doesn't like he likes the ability, but he doesn't like the
mm,
personality.
no, and then fucking one scene I liked as well with Cyborg was where he's exploring like the banks of the world and that, like what control he can have over money, and he looks at
Yeah.
this woman. This way, it focuses on this one specific woman, and he gives
Yeah.
her the money. That just,
Yeah.
I
It's
really
like
like
the
that scene because even though he's a machine, majority machine, he still has a heart, he still has a soul, he's still a good guy.
I think the one thing that annoys me about the character appearance of Cyborg is the fact that he's not his OG, like full
Mm,
right arm, part
yeah,
left arm, full
he,
legs, part chest. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I think that's
He's
like
like
my one
he's full robot apart from his
mm,
fucking eye.
face. Yeah, that's
You know what I
that's the
mean?
one
It's a bit
thing that annoyed
ridiculous.
me about the Schneider cut. Like they did everything well except for Cyborg's look. Like, he looks like one of those spin tops, mate. very top heavy. They're just
Yeah,
fucking
it is a bit ridiculous. They could have done it a bit better.
yeah. But we'll forgive
It
them
would
for
have
that.
saved them. It would have saved them so much on CGI as well.
Oh yeah.
Because instead of having to CGI the entire suit, all you've
They
got to
could have
do
just
is CGI bottom
half
half,
an arm. Yeah,
half an arm, and that's it. You know what I mean? Well, maybe an eye, but half an arm, and that's it.
yeah. Half arm, half his face. Then usual like prosthetics. Been blessed.
Yeah. I mean,
But
because he's a bulky guy as well. The
yeah,
actor who plays him
he's
bulky
very
guy.
bulky.
So if they put placement plates on, all they need to do is fill green in, put placement plates on his leg, put green
Yeah.
on his leg, and then that's it. You've got your cyborg leg. You know what I mean?
Mm. So
Because, because if you look at the practical effects of oh god, it was one of the I think it was in Infinity War where Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. has like a chest plate of Iron Man on.
mm,
He has a blue t-shirt on
mm,
and then, green or blue trousers. He has like blue trousers on. The chest plate allows them to add a tiny bit of detail on the chest plate for headshots. You know what I mean? It
mm,
makes headshots a lot easier, makes it a bit more comfortable to wear, gives it a bit of weight so like he can feel he knows what he's doing and he can feel like the movements and the actions of the character a bit more.
mm.
But it also saves on special effects because when it's headshots, they don't have to add as much like CGI, and when it's full body shots, they don't have to add that much to the head department, and they can just save and they can add more detail to the lower half of the body.
Yeah.
If you did something similar to that with Cyborg, I think it would just look better.
Yeah. So much better. But
Yeah, I love the character development that they had of him
yeah,
as
yeah.
well. They had a lot. They had a lot more depth. I tell you.
Mm. But even like
Like,
there's just I think that is just really my one thing issue with it. My one main issue, but it's easily forgiven from just the quality of the movie
yeah,
itself. Like if he
the
looks
the
shit and he
pros
had
the
a
pros
shit
definitely weigh
character,
out the
then it's
cons.
just like, yeah, yeah. Even like
Pros definitely
Aquaman,
weigh out the cons.
Aquaman as well.
True.
He was he didn't have as much character development as Flash or Cyborg, but he
I think
you
that's
still
because they
got
knew a
enough.
movie was coming.
Mm,
You know what I
but
mean?
you
I
still
think
got
because they knew a movie was coming.
yeah, but you still had enough to understand him, like and his like
True. Yeah.
relationship towards Atlantis. Like it's established why he doesn't want to be there. Because in Whedon's one, he's kind of just there, and then when they're like, "Oh, you're here," and he goes, "Yeah, I don't really want to be though." It's like, "Oh, okay." He doesn't like it there, but when in the Schneider cut, it's like he doesn't like he doesn't like it there, and this is why.
This is why he doesn't like it there. This is
Yeah,
why he wants to stay here. Oh,
yeah,
also when Wonder Woman says like this almost throwaway comment about how our people haven't fought by side in like millennia or something like that.
yeah.
He goes well, I hate my people just as much as
As
you
much as
do.
you're, yeah,
And she was
yeah,
like, oh, I'm not too keen on mine either. You know what I mean? Because
mm,
the whole reason she left the Amazons is because she wasn't keen on them. That makes sense.
yeah.
Like she didn't really like them, I
No,
would say. She didn't really,
that's
yeah,
why she just
she
left because she
wasn't,
wanted to see the world. She wanted to see life outside of Themyscira. It wasn't so much she didn't like him.
it's a bit of both because
She
if you
felt
watch the
restricted
Wonder
there.
Woman, if you watch the Wonder Woman film, she was like, I want to go see the world. And they were like,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
And she was like, why not? Like,
She was
I,
like,
I
well,
want to go see the world. And they were
and she
like,
was like, well, fuck you.
no.
And they were like,
Yeah, she literally was,
No,
she literally was like, "Well, get fucked then. Off I go,"
yeah,
and off she
but
went.
like, wait, one thing about it when I was watching the Schneider Cut is that when Amber Heard showed up on screen, as soon as she showed up, this wasn't even intentional. I just naturally, instinctively just shouted, "Bitch!"
What is it? When I was watching Aquaman for the first time, like before I watched the Snyder Cut,
Yeah.
I saw Amber Heard turn up on screen, and I just went, "Fucking con." Without even thinking about it, and then I just looked at her chebs for the rest of the movie. You know what I mean? That's literally all I did.
but
I
but
was like,
like,
"What a fucking cunt!" Oh, look at her boobies.
oh my god. But like, wait, fucking like, right. I don't like her. She done Johnny Depp dirty,
Oh
but
yeah, 100%.
yeah. But I got to admit, her performance was really good in this.
Yeah,
Like for what little she was in, it was good.
I mean, if you can do the whole thing and like separate the art from the artist, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I can comfortably do that. Like I can happily sit and listen to a Michael
yeah.
Jackson song, knowing he touched kids. You know what I mean?
No, no, no. Wait, no, wait. I've had this discussion with Lil before, right?
Is it
We
alleged?
like, no, no. Me and
He
Lil have both
allegedly touched children, did
established,
he?
like, me and Lil have both established We both agree Michael Jackson has done some fucked up things, but you can't
Yeah.
deny he made quality music.
Oh yeah, it's like what Ozzy Osbourne. He
Mm,
smoked meth out. He smoked. Here's a genuine story. He smoked meth out of a hooker's vagina.
fucking
And
hell,
still
fair
made some
play, mate.
quality music.
Mm,
You know what I mean? He smoked
like
meth out
you
of a hooker's
can't.
vagina and still did quality music.
Mm, like whatever you may feel towards the person or creator, like you can't let that affect your enjoyment of their work.
Yeah.
Because I
If I
love
went
Michael
outside,
Jackson songs.
if I was a famous artist, yeah, like say I went and did like a massive fucking killing spree, okay, and notorious murderer,
Mm,
but in jail I learned the fact that I'm literally the king of new age rock. Like I learned the fact, and I, you know, start playing like, and by the time I get out of jail, I have this ability to make absolutely fucking banging new age rock songs. You know what I mean? And
mm,
I just start sending them off to publishers left, right, and center, and they get really popular, really popular. I'm the king of new age rock, even though I've gone on a killing spree. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Separate the art because everyone loves new
yeah,
age rock from the artist, me, who's just gone on a massive killing spree. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like with Kevin Spacey as well. Done
Kevin
fucked up
Spacey, yeah,
things, but I
touches
fucking love
kids.
his movies.
Oh,
Like, are you gonna
fucking
tell me
what?
he was? Are you gonna tell me just because of
Baby
what he's done
Driver
as a person, him in Seven was rubbish, mate? I had
in
chills
Baby
watching
Driver.
Baby Driver as well. Like, he's a quality actor. I'm still gonna enjoy his work just because he's done fucked up things. Like,
Yeah, Epstein wasn't an actor. He did some fucked up things.
yeah,
He
no
didn't
one's
have any
perfect.
art, so I'm not going to separate the art from the artist. He's a
Yeah,
genuine cunt.
yeah, no,
He didn't kill himself. May I just add, official
no one.
record.
Nothing has happened to the people involved.
Nothing is nothing has happened. Do you know why nothing has happened? Because Joe Biden was elected.
Mm. Shit, by the fucking.
Joe
I
Biden, the
Chi-
senile old bastard who can't even walk upstairs.
Oi, China is
Holy
only killing Muslims because of cultural differences.
How can you say that? That's
Yeah,
like, oh
no,
my
the
God.
Hitler
That's like if the
Hitler
English, that's
Hitler
like if the
only killed
English
Jews
started
because
killing the
he
Welsh.
didn't like Passover or fucking Hanukkah. Hitler didn't like Hanukkah. Let's gas some Jews. Like fucking
Starling,
hell.
Starling, Starling just killed people. There's no real comparison here, but Starling just killed people. He didn't care who you were. He just killed people.
He just killed
So I
people
think
because
out
he
of
wanted
all of
to.
this, Starling, yeah, he
It's
literally
better.
did. You know what's great? You know what's great?
Hmm.
There's the three inspirational quotes that I fucking love. Do you know why? Because they're inspirational quotes that have been taken so wrong. The first one is the death of a person is a tragedy. The death of millions is a statistic. Joseph Stalin. Now that was taken and that was turned into an inspirational American mom Facebook quote. Okay. The reason he said that is because he was referring to his own death. My death will be tragic, but the millions I've killed, it's merely just a statistic on paper.
Mm.
That's what he was referencing. The second one is the Margaret Thatcher one. So there's this quote that says, um, "You you need to be luck. We need to be lucky once. You need to be lucky all the time," or something along the lines of that. That wasn't Margaret Thatcher who said that. Okay, it was taken and put on American Mom Facebook as a quote from Margaret Thatcher, but realistically, it was a statement from the IRA in their message to Mrs. Thatcher about bombing her.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a bit of a mad one.
it's a bit of a mad one still. No, I get what you
But
mean.
anyway, as I was saying, but yeah, man, just how. Oh
Wait, we've got
God, we
wait,
are
we've gotten so off
fucked.
track. We've got
We
so off
we
track.
just finished. We're just
Should we
finishing
get
off
back to
about the Snyder
Snyder
Cut,
Cut?
ladies and gentlemen. Just finishing off about the Snyder Cut is nothing too deep.
How have we just gone from the Snyder Cut's fucking amazing to Hitler killed Jews because he didn't like Passover or Hanukkah?
Oh,
Oh no.
this podcast series is going to go well, isn't it?
Yeah, through us.
This is going to
But
be a real hit.
right, I think because we still got to talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier, so let's talk about one more thing about the Snyder Cut and then move on.
Martian
Or
Manhunter.
two things, yeah, because that's one of the things. Martian Manhunter was fucking amazing. Like he just showed up, and I did not. I was just shocked. Like he showed up,
I didn't know
and
what to do with myself. I genuinely didn't know what
yeah,
to do with myself. I sat there and I was like, Martian Manhunter. I said that out loud. I was doing the ironing. I remember it vividly. I was doing the ironing, and it was like, um, Kalel's mom was like going to Lois. It was
yeah,
like, "Oh,
Martha
darling, if
Kent,
you need anything, just come over here.
and
Just like,
yeah,
I'll be there for you." And then leaves the room, turns into Martian Manhunter, and I literally blurt out loud, "Martian Manhunter!" Like
wait, bro, I remember.
my brother came running into the room like, "What?" I was like, "Martian Manhunter." That's all I said.
Like, wait, bro, I remember I was sitting there, bro. I watched the entire movie with a headache because I had my second COVID jab, and that like it fucked my head up a bit. Like I was functioning with a headache that whole day, and I was
Yeah.
sitting there, hadn't said a word throughout the whole thing, and Martian Manhunter shows up. Like, what the fuck?
First thing
Bro,
you say
it actually,
in the day, what the
yeah,
fuck?
like
That is
I
quality.
it just shocked me. And he looks
Yeah,
sick. He
I'm not
looks
gonna lie, the
sick.
character design for Martian Manhunter is fucking
Mm,
beautiful. Like it
God.
captures it perfectly. It's like, because I think one of the greatest depictions of Martian Manhunter for me was the animated series of Justice League.
Mm,
Because that was like straight from the comics. And it's kind
yeah,
of like they took him straight from the comics and slapped him in CGI and then
yeah.
slapped him on the film. Like it worked so fucking perfectly. It was unreal.
And when he showed up to Bruce Wayne at the end, like,
After the little nightmare scene, after the little
yeah.
nightmare scene,
But
I
he just
rate that.
looked
I
really
fully
good.
rate that.
Hold on, wait,
The
wait.
last couple of
Hold on,
minutes.
wait. We have to talk about that last. That needs its whole discussion. Let's finish with Martian
All
Manhunter.
right, all right.
I just his presence was very minimal in the movie, but it felt very weighted. He got Lois
Right,
Lane out
yeah,
of the
when he
house.
turned up.
Like, wait, if he didn't show up to Lois Lane when he did, then she wouldn't have been there when Superman was losing his shit after getting resurrected.
Yeah, and then Superman wouldn't have been
Hmm.
sane or he would like remember who
Yeah,
he is
he
and his
probably would have
purpose.
killed Batman.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
Yeah,
He was
and
charging up. He was ready.
yeah,
I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
yeah, and
He was like,
that scene was so much better than the Whedon cut because in the Whedon cut he was like, I don't know who I am. Oh wait, there's Batman. You won't let me live. You won't let me die. Tell me, do you bleed? Like, and then Lois shows up because Alfred brought her. But in this, he comes back. He still has no idea who he is until he sees Lois,
yeah,
and Lois is just there by chance because the Martian Manhunt is like intervening.
yeah, because Martian Manhunter turns up as like,
Yeah,
um, oh yeah, hey, darling, you really need to get out of the house. You really need to start, living your life and everything like that. And
yeah,
which makes sense because Lois Lane wouldn't have realized that Superman was going fucking AWOL
if she wasn't there,
until if she wasn't there.
until
And the reason she was there is because she was like, "Oh my God, I need to leave the house. She's so right. I need to get out because if I just stick in
one
the
last
cycle, I'm going to
time.
be
Yeah,
depressed. One last time, may as well just go visit him." The police officer that narrowly near missed death, even
yeah,
said, "One last time, Mrs. Lane," and
yeah.
she was like, "Yeah, I guess one last time."
So like Martian Manhunter saved the everyone, really, didn't he?
Pretty much, yeah. That's why he's has a place on the Justice League.
But also,
He,
I
he
was
did.
looking. I saw the other day on Snapchat on IGN's story. Who
Hmm.
was that mystery character in the Snyder Cut? Who is the mysterious Martian Manhunter? And like, I know it's just kind of like a tagline, just so you can like draw people in and then be like, "This is what happened in the movie." But you you can't. My issue with that tagline is everyone who grew up watching the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited cartoons, they know who the fuck Martian Manhunter is, and they make up majority of the audience. You
Yeah,
know,
the
like,
people who grew up with the comics makes the majority of the comic book consumer audience now. The
mm,
average age of people who go to watch Marvel films, DC films, the people who enjoy like TV series on Amazon Prime, such as The Boys,
yeah,
they
oh, love the
grew up
boys.
watching these cartoons. They
Mm,
grew up watching these and like going, "Oh my God, this is such an amazing world. What if it was to become real life? Holy shit, it's become real life. What the
mm,
ever living fuck are they going to do next?" You know what I mean?
trust. Like, wait, but Martian Manhunter was sick. I just want to see more of him. To be fair,
Fuck it. Flash movie, Cyborg movie, Martian
uh,
Manhunter in both of
maybe.
them.
Wait, Martian
Ben
Manhunter should get his own movie because there's so much history to that character.
Batfleck series.
He need, yeah, he needs.
Batfleck needs to happen.
Wait, wait. I right. I think the, the fucking nightmare scene.
Right. Can we establish it's Nightmare, please?
Well, no, because we're
Because I
talking
get
about the nightmare scene, but when he had his nightmare about the nightmare, it was like,
when he
are we
had his
seeing a
nightmare about
nightmare or a
Nightmare.
nightmare?
When he had the nightmare about Nightmare. I
Nightmare
feel like
about
one of the
night.
fucking
But
I feel like I'm
no,
from
let's
Monty
just call it the
Python. The
nightmare
nightmare about
timeline.
Nightmare.
No, because it
Yeah.
is the nightmare timeline. Because even Cyborg saw it through the mother box. The
Yeah,
nightmare
because
timeline was, I think, about what 15, 10, 15 minutes worth of the movie.
Yeah, good 20 minutes worth of content.
Like overall throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, because it was like very peaceful,
Mm,
very like, oh, this is the end of the cut to black epilogue. Then it's like
yeah,
fucking sand dunes and shit. It's like, what the
yeah.
fuck?
And then like
That's how it started.
when they chucked in the snippets throughout the film,
Yeah,
and when what when watching the Nightmare Timeline, I was I fucking loved it because I think I've said this to you before. I just want a movie with like just set in the Nightmare Timeline, like a whole movie, because that'd be
if they just had
sick.
like a spin-off series, if they just had like a
Mm.
spin-off movie
And
of them just in Nightmare, that would be good. I rate
yeah,
that.
and then when they were just establishing it in this, I had chills. Like the Flash's nightmare suit looks sick.
No, it
Deathstroke
always
was
has.
there.
I've always, bro.
Mm,
When I saw Deathstroke on the boat, I was like, holy fuck, it's Slade Wilson.
mm.
I haven't fucking heard that name in a long fucking time.
Like also, this guy actually looks like Slade Wilson. Like when you look at the comics and then you look at this movie, it's like yes,
Yeah, that's Slade Wilson. That is dead.
mm,
You know, that is Slade Wilson.
Deathstroke. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is
Also, this is
Deathstroke. You know?
you know what threw me though, because that scene was used as a post-credit scene in the Justice League, Josh Whedon's one,
Yeah.
and and you know what threw me is the fact that that was the guy that played Flash in the original Spider-Man movie. Tried to kick
What?
Peter's ass. Yeah, yeah, it's the same guy.
What?
Yeah,
That guy's touched Toby Maguire. I'm gonna hunt him down. Dare you touch my boy Toby?
but
I think no one touches
like it
Toby
was the
without my
same
permission.
guy. It was the same
That's
guy, and it
mad.
really baffled me. But then I remembered
That is
this,
mad.
like Spider-Man came out in 2002. This came out in 2017. Like that, there was a 15-year difference. Like fucking hell.
You wouldn't expect him to be fucking grey though, would you?
No, I think no. I
Like
think a lot of that was
50 odd,
just
wouldn't he?
no. That would have been like dyeing his
Hair and
hair for
makeup.
the character. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it just threw me because it looks so different. But when you know it's him, you can't not see it.
I'm gonna have to go back and review that.
Um.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go
Anyway,
back
yeah,
and review that.
with the Nightmare timeline, it it looked so intense, and then the Joker showed up. It was when the Joker showed up that was it for me because I
I was
hated
ready
Jared
to give
Leto's Joker in Suicide
I was
Squad.
ready to give Jared Leto's Joker shit, but when it was like long
Mm,
hair instead of short hair, I was like,
mm.
wait a minute, hold up,
Like,
something ain't right.
but
And then he
like,
started to go Nightmare Joker, and I was like, hello, this is turning me on.
like when you see him and he mocks Batman throughout the whole thing, and I'm just there like, this is the Joker I want to see, and I'm like, Jared Leto's Joker is restored to me. I
Yeah,
forgive him. Like,
I still think Heath Ledger's the best, but yeah, I
oh
forgive
yeah,
Jared Leto.
but
Heath
his
Ledger's
his
Joker is
performance in
unbeatable.
this was brilliant. Like, he was mate, he was mocking Batman the entire time. Like, this is a Batman who's on the edge now. Like, this is the Batman who's carrying around a gun, right?
Yeah,
And
this is the oh, I directly kill people Batman.
yeah,
This isn't the oh, I accidentally blew up his car while he was inside of it. This is
yeah,
I will blow up his car because he's inside of it.
yeah. And he he is just mocking him, and he's bringing up like when Amber Heard says like, "What do you know of Lost?" And Joker's like, "Oh, he knows so much about Lost, doesn't he? His dead mom, his dead dad, his dead adopted son." It was when he said the adopted
Um,
son part, I was like, no, you did not go there. Because
he kind of shot fires
yeah, because like it was worse because the Joker killed Robin as
in
a
Nightmare
stab.
Timeline,
Like
obviously.
no, in the main timeline. Because remember in Batman v
In the main
Superman,
timeline.
remember Batman v Superman, you see Robin's suit.
Oh my gosh,
Schneider set it up from that as well. And
Snipe,
there was
you
supposed to be
little
this whole,
cracking
yeah,
bastard!
there was supposed to be this whole like thing further developed, like more background given to it. But when Joker brought it up, he was proper mocking him for that. And like when
Didn't
he said, you sent a boy wonder to do a man's job. And I couldn't. I was like, no, you did not just say that to this man. Like Batman would full on just straight murdered him right there and then if he didn't need him. 100%.
me. That's the Batman who kills people intentionally, and you'll see it. You'll throw
Mm,
stuff like that around.
yeah.
You're
And
asking
then
for it. You're asking for it.
and as well, like when Batman said, I made Harley Quinn a promise, like that when I kill you, and don't I promise you I will fucking kill you. When he said that, I will those lines, I will fucking kill you. I
I'm
was
not gonna lie.
so shaken back, like because when Batman, you know how Batman says things to threaten people because that's his thing. He scares them into doing what he wants them to do. When
Yeah,
Batman
he's
said
rich.
that,
He runs around as a bat, and he
mm,
can threaten country.
like when he said that, I was like, yo, this man means it. He
This
is
man's gonna be
going,
like, I'm gonna rip your testicles off and shove them down your throat, and
yeah,
boil them, and proceed to watch you eat them like eggs.
but like, yeah, man,
That's the
he
violence he's going for.
100%, like he will, like he means what he says, and just that little 2-3 minute conversation just meant
The
so
truce card,
much.
bro. Do you
The
realize the
truce card,
significance of the truce card?
the truce
Oh my
card, mate.
god.
Oh, mate, and Batman took it as well.
Yeah, because if he didn't take it, it was either
Mm,
kill Joker there and then, or let Joker run rampant and like, yeah, everyone get killed. But he took the
mm,
truce card because he's trying to play Joker at his own game. You know what I
mm,
mean? Because if he takes the truce card, it's like Joker's like, okay, we've established a truce, and
yeah.
then during that, Batman basically has quite literally the cards in his hands.
So it was just, mate, it was just so intense, and I loved it. And then Superman showed up at the end, and then Joker's laughing his ass off.
Different Superman.
Mate, yeah, this is
It
evil
was a different
Superman.
guy. It was a different guy playing Superman.
No, it was the same guy.
No, I swear it was different.
No, it was
Different
the
facial
same guy,
features.
mate. No, mate.
You sure it was? You sure that was
Hundred
Cavill?
percent. Hundred
Go
percent, it
back
was
and watch it.
Cavill.
I swear it wasn't.
100% it was Cavill. Why would they get a different guy?
Because that's what happens. Fucking. What is it? You're gonna go into alternate timeline and you're gonna be like, "Yo, Superman's definitely the same." You know what I mean?
This isn't an alternate timeline, though.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
I
This
swear not. I
is
swear
no.
Canightmare is a
Listen,
different one.
listen. No, Kn- Knightmare is the
Yeah,
timeline, right? It still has all the original events. Everything that happened in Justice League in the present time is the same. Knightmare diverges when Darkseid shows up and Lois Lane dies. And then
right.
Superman goes on Darkseid's side. That's
Because
where Night.
he's a retard.
No, because so basically the original plan was Schneider's plan was to have like because obviously you know how Darkseid was in the movie, heavy in the movie, which was sick, and he looks sick. He
Yeah, he's
when he
still
was
looking
in the
bold.
movie, when he was in the movie, he said, "We will go to Earth old ways, as in with ships instead of boom tubes and that, and we will conquer the Earth."
Mm.
So the original plan was when Darkseid shows up, Superman entrusted Batman to protect a pregnant Lois Lane while he goes and fights Darkseid. And now, for whatever reason, Batman fucks up and fails, and Lois Lane dies. And Superman, in his grief, is easily corrupted by Darkseid. That was the plan,
Oh,
and
just
that's why
had
everything's
a
gone to shit.
thought. I just had a thought. I
Or
just had a thought. Because I swear to you, it was a different character, different guy who played Superman. Oh
no,
my
it
God, I
wasn't.
just had a thought. But
No,
hear me out. Listen me out.
no,
Listen me out.
because I know what you're
Listen
gonna
me out.
say. Uh,
What am I gonna say?
you're gonna say, "Oh, maybe it's Superman's son. And he's not actually dead."
Fuck you. Fuck you. Big dick.
No, it's not, because that is why because the Nightmare timeline, would itself takes place like a few years later, but the events which cause the Nightmare timeline doesn't take place that far after, because Lois Lane was still pregnant when she died, and that is why Superman is even more grief-stricken. It's like, in the Injustice, when
Mm,
Joker
yeah.
manipulates him into killing Lois Lane. Lois Lane was pregnant, and like,
Um,
so the
okay.
original
Yeah.
plan was to do that, and that's why Superman is on Darkseid's side. And
Imagine being such a soy boy that you get corrupted because your wife's dead.
yeah, I don't
Imagine,
know.
imagine being like, oh, the greater good of the universe, or
Mm,
I'm going to destroy it because my wife's dead. It's definitely what
yeah,
she would have wanted.
I think
I
the
mean, let's
anti-life
destroy
equation
the entire.
plays in as well, though, but I'm not sure how much. Like, he's corrupted by the
Oh,
anti-life.
what he?
Mm.
Uh,
But and then the rest of the plan was, so the sequel to Justice League would have been majority set in that Nightmare timeline. And you know how the Flash traveled back in time from the Nightmare timeline in Batman v Superman and said Lois is the key, and he goes, "Oh, I've gone back too far."
yeah.
So that was like setting it up. So the point was they were going to send the Flash back in time to
Just
Bruce,
to prevent nightmare.
so Bruce wouldn't fuck up, but it would have been Bruce that died instead of Lois, and then Bruce dying would have caused this whole like end game style gathering of just every hero, like all the beings on Earth, like all. You know how it established when Darkseid first attacked Earth? You had the Atlanteans, the Amazonians, the humans, even the Lanterns. They all
Mate,
teamed up and fought
oh my
Darkseid. That's what would have
God,
happened
yes! The lanterns, I completely
in the
fucking
third
forgot
one.
about them.
Mm. But
Oh
that's
my
what would have
God.
happened in the third one. So they would have fought Darkseid and won, but Batman would have been dead, unfortunately. But then there was also another plan, like, so Superman's son would have been born without powers, and then 20 years after the 20th anniversary of Bruce's death, Superman would have taken him to the Batcave, and his son would be called Bruce Kent, and he would have given his son the mantle of Batman to take on. I don't know how I feel
Yeah,
about that, but it's kind of cool at the same time.
man. It kind of feels like it kind of feels a lot like New Avengers type shit, you know?
Mm, mm.
Because
But
New Avengers is currently consisting of the two children that have disappeared from the multiverse.
mm,
Um, Cassie, oh, I
yeah,
can't remember
Cassie
her
Lang,
fucking last name.
Kate
Cassie
Bishop.
Lang,
Yeah, that's not the
Kate
new
Bishop,
Avengers. That's the
and
Young Avengers.
oh, what's the New Avengers then? I can't remember.
The new
Same
Avengers is
fucking name.
In the comics, it was Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Bucky Barnes, Captain America, Iron Man,
Cap's
I
dead.
think. Yeah,
Cap's dead. Iron
yeah.
Man's dead. So are they going to establish
Mm.
that one? You know what I mean?
No, Bucky Barnes, Captain America.
Oh,
Yeah.
Soviet American. Very nice.
But like, oh, you know
We'll
what
get
though?
on to
Because
we'll get on to that in a
so
second.
with the plan of the nightmare timeline and that, and I would have seen Bruce die twice in that movie. Once in the nightmare
Mm.
timeline, like trying to get Flash to go back in time, and the second time when after Flash had gone back and he saves Lois Lane. And
Mm.
I had a thought. So when he dies in the nightmare timeline, I could honestly see him dying by Joker's side, him and Joker fighting together, trying to make this plan, like fighting together so this plan works, and then sacrificing themselves together for this to work. And
That
I saw,
that would be very, very fucking good.
mm, especially after like everything they would have established with like Joker killing Robin and that, and then them dying together. That just be fucking amazing.
That would be very good. I agree. I completely agree.
Mm. I would have loved it. I just loved every part of that.
I mean, Warner Brothers has got the chance to, so it's up to them now, I
Mm.
guess.
Like I can imagine Joker's line being like, "What'd you say, Bats? One last go," or something like that. But
One last laugh. Oh my god, the last laugh.
yeah,
Oh
one.
my god,
Oh,
if they said one last laugh, that would have been it
mate,
would have been
that'd
Ref
be
killing
sick.
joke, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my, that would have been sick.
Or if they shook
The
hands or
potential.
something.
They shook hands as they blew each other up.
Yeah. Like Joker would have
That'd
made
have
a joke about how ironic it is that they are both dying together, and then Batman would laugh to it. Again, reference to Killing Joke.
been killing joke, yeah.
That would have been amazing. I would have loved that. We need to restore the Snyderverse. I need Zack Snyder to make more of these movies.
I will personally give him a blowjob if he does.
I'd give him 3. Oh mate, I fucking
think
hell.
I think the last thing we need to talk about now is just Winter Soldier.
Yeah, mate, that was.
Falcon
I
and
right.
Winter
This is
Soldier.
short. There's not as much to talk about because it's like
There's not as much to talk about, but it is still good.
it's the.
It's very
I think.
established, I do say. They've established it
Alright,
very well.
I'm a quick run my things, then you quick run your things, right?
Calm.
Right. It starts off really well. Like it just starts off with Falcon and him doing whatever he's doing in this new world. And I like how he's still doing Falcon things. I like how he didn't take on the mantle yet. And I
Mm.
like how he, even though it felt like at the end of Endgame he was taking on the mantle, that he still didn't feel like it should be him and it should be Steve. Like, you know how he said to Rhodey, when I said to him it felt like someone else's shield, I meant it was his. I really
Yeah,
like that.
it wasn't mine.
I thought that was brilliant. And I like, there was a lot of parallels drawn in this as well between him and Cap, Bucky and Cap, like, and the three of them as characters. There's a lot of parallels drawn. So,
Yeah.
him, Bucky, Cap, all three people have been displaced in time. And even though it's different
Wait,
ways,
how's Sam been displaced?
listen, I'll get to it. So, Cap
Okay,
was
okay.
1945, frozen in ice, woke up 70 years later, dealing with the fact that everyone he knows is dead and everything he knows has changed.
Agreed.
Bucky, 1945, was kidnapped by Hydra, manipulated into the Winter Soldier, and spent the last 70 years being their assassin, and then finally gets his mind back, and everyone he knows is dead. Everything he knows is changed, and the only thing he has
They're
left is his
basically
traumatic past.
it's basically a defroster hero type thing, isn't it?
Mm,
That's what the series because that's how he's not aged.
yeah,
Like he doesn't look aged
yeah,
because it was like a defroster hero type thing.
yeah. And now Sam, he was blipped in it. So
Oh, he was.
he
Yeah.
comes back 5 years later, and everything has changed. So much has changed in the last 5 years. And it's made so apparent when he's with his sister. And I like that they brought his family into this. When he's with his
Mm.
sister and he's so desperate to get that loan, even though she has told him she has done everything she could possibly do to get it. But he
He's like,
doesn't
oh,
understand because
goodwill
he has
walls
been
and
gone
shit.
for 5 years. Because
He
this
goes
takes
on some
place
bullshit
six
about good
months
law.
after Endgame. And Endgame for him took place 5 minutes after Infinity War.
Yeah. So he went to the
So,
Soul Realm, didn't
yeah. But for his sister, it's been 5 years. And he
he?
is
I guess you're
really
right.
struggling with that. And I love how they've drawn the parallels.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
And, mm, and then Bucky. I, mate, Bucky's character arc throughout that whole episode was brilliant. He wakes up, as soon as he
Making
wakes
amends.
up, yeah, as soon as you wake up, you're hit with his traumatic past. Like, when he was having that nightmare, I knew it wasn't about the guy he was gonna kill. Because
No. It's about a
realistically,
passive violence, isn't
yeah, realistically, Bucky has no remorse for the people he was intended to kill because they were scummy anyway. It's the collateral when he killed that guy just trying to get into his room. And then the old man, I honestly didn't see it coming. I just thought, oh, Bucky's made a friend with this old guy. And it's really
I
sweet
know.
because it was really sweet.
Here's what I, here's what I thought. I thought it was one of his old, like one of his last surviving friends, because
Mm,
Hydra obviously
yeah,
works with the Nazis a lot. So if Hydra
yeah,
worked with the Nazis a lot, they would have had ties with the Hydra branch of the Japanese.
mm,
So if Bucky was ever shipped over to Japan to like do some shit with the Soviets, like deal
mm,
with some of the Soviets from that side, then he would have made friends obviously with or he
yeah,
would have known the Japanese soldiers.
yeah,
And it just so happens that one of these Japanese soldiers moved to America. Bucky
yeah.
found that guy, the same
Made
Japanese soldier, and
amends.
made friends with him.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking it was. Like he was like, oh, I recognize you as an old Japanese soldier
mm,
who was also uh, at the establishment when I was there. So it's some common
mm,
ground we have. Yeah, it'd be bad, but it's still some common ground.
yeah. But I just liked that
Obviously not
friendship because it
to
was
make
so
amends.
funny and so sweet. But then it turns out he killed his son. Like, fuck
It
me.
is pretty fucking mad.
Trust. And that was just
He's got
nuts.
the shrine in the background as well. When he opens the door, he's like, "How did your
Mm,
date go?" He was like, "Oh, it was all
yeah.
right. I guess I forgot to pay for lunch." He says slowly as he notices the shrine to his dead son in the background.
It was just really, really good and strong. And like,
I can't wait to the
what I like
next
as
episode.
well.
I think they're gonna
Oh, yeah.
fucking they're gonna definitely do bits on the next episode.
Mm. And as well, like, when Bucky's in the therapy session, one thing that was made really, really clear, and I really liked it, was Bucky is free legally and mentally,
Yeah,
but not emotionally. He is like, because he's got a full pardon, he's no longer being controlled by Hydra in any shape or form. But the
hmm
only thing he is not free from is the trauma. Like, when he smiled in the episode when he was making amends, like to his therapist and to the woman he was the Hydra
Go
woman,
to
he was
the
stopped.
senator.
Mm. When he was smiling to them, that was the fakest smile, but it's because Bucky doesn't know how to smile anymore.
Yeah, because it was like, how was your dating game? Because when he went on a date with the lass, it was like, oh, how's your dating game? It was
Mm.
like, oh, I haven't done it since what, fucking 1943.
Yeah,
Let me have a little see, shall I?
yeah, but
You know what I
Bucky's
mean?
arc was just so. Honestly, like you just said, like I'm really excited for next episode.
I actually can't wait till it because they're gonna have to
Mm.
draw them together somehow because
Yeah.
Winter Soldier and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier effectively become Captain America in of itself. They've
Mm.
become the symbol of Captain America. Captain America is now two people.
You know what it is, and it's going to be my last point of this episode. It's going to be the cunting
Fucking
new one.
fake ass Captain America.
Wait, nah,
Fucking
mate. You know what?
same
You
con you
know how
played
you.
Dudley. Same dickhead.
It's not the same guy.
I don't care. He's
It
got a
look,
square chin. He looks the same.
but
Square fucking chin.
you know, you called me when I was halfway through the episode, and you said, "Callum, I know you. You're gonna when you watch this, you're gonna be so pissed. You're gonna scream at the TV." And I said to you, "I kind of know where this is going. I think this, and this is gonna
I
happen."
know what's happening.
I,
Oh, it's
and
gonna be
then
with that guy walking out at the end,
yeah,
isn't it? And I was like,
yeah,
not saying
as the new
anything.
Captain America, and you didn't say anything. And I sat there, I saw it. His sister, Sam's sister, was like, "Oh, you need to see this." And the guys, "Oh, we need new heroes." I was like, "Right, they're gonna reveal the new Captain America." And the guy came out, and I was like, "Oh!" And then the episode ended, and I honestly, I just shouted, "What the fuck was that?" No, I was so mad. You were right,
Why
mate.
would
I
they
was
choose
just
him?
so mad.
Why would they?
Honest,
Why would
I,
out of all the people they have to go with that. You know what I mean?
you know
They have to. Oh
you know
my
what
days.
pissed me off a lot about it as well is how
Go on.
dirty they did Sam. They did him so
Oh,
dirty.
here's the Captain America shield to the Smithsonian.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah, like
here's the Captain
I'm
America
giving
shield on this fucking dumbass little cunt.
like when Sam was like, "Right, I'm giving the shield up because I think the world needs new heroes." And when I say new heroes, I don't mean new people taking up old legacies. I mean new heroes. Steve, this legacy is yours. It will always be yours. We're putting it to rest. And then the same guy who announced the new Captain America shakes Sam's hand, looks him in the eyes, and goes, "I think you made the right decision here today." And then he pulls this shit. I wanted to punch that bald headed prick in the face. I was so mad. And like
Right. I can't
this
wait to see what they
guy,
do with the next. Ah,
like
here's a theory.
this
It's just
guy,
come
hold on,
across
wait,
me.
this guy walking out with a smile on his face, holding the shield. I was, "You
Smug bastard.
punchable cunt."
Smug little
Mm.
fuck.
And like
Waddling out. I'm
one
freaking
of my
me. I'm Captain
one of
America.
my friends one of my friends asked me like, "Why did they choose him?" And I said, like, "Is this a character?" She said, "Is this a character we've seen before in the MCU?" I go, "No, this is a new character, Jonathan Walker." Um, the reason they chose him is because they've got him wrapped around their little fingers, haven't they? That's why they didn't
Mm.
let Sam take on the mantle. That's why they persuaded him to give up the shield.
They wanted the
Even though
shield so they can
even
give it to John
Rhodey,
Wall. You know what I mean?
mm, even Rhodey was like, "Why did you not take on the legacy?" Like, and thing is though, like, as mad as I was at this guy for being a smug little bastard, I couldn't help but think he's gonna have the darkest character downfall because, like, mate, if I was chosen to be the new Captain America, I'd be gassed. I would be that guy. I would be smiling, looking smug as fuck. I'd be gassed, wouldn't you? Like, come on.
I'd be
And
more Captain Britain or Captain Vietnam, but here we are.
yeah, but like, he's gonna have all these things promised to him: the love of the people, the glory of being Captain America, the glory of being a hero.
Hero
And I
discounts.
think,
Apparently, that's
mm,
established in the Deadpool universe. Yeah, hero
yeah,
discounts. Hero 5 at every
and
good laundry shop.
and I don't know yet if he's gonna have the super soldier, like if he's gonna be a super soldier or not. I don't think he is. I think he's just gonna be like a really highly trained soldier,
I
right?
think they've got a B Tech fucking
Mm,
super
mm.
serum, and they've injected it
Maybe
into
the
him, and it's
same.
just taking time to deteriorate him.
Yeah,
It turns him into a super soldier, but it slowly deteriorates him.
I think as well. I think it might be similar to what the flag smashers are using.
Yes,
Mm. And as well,
because that fucker was
there's
strong.
mm, there's talks that they might be introducing a character called Elijah Bradley, and in the comics, he was one of the test subjects when they were trying to recreate the Super Soldier Serum, and it degraded his body so much. Like
Isn't
he started
wasn't he
deteriorating.
wasn't he Patient Zero in the zombie timeline?
I don't think so. I can't remember the
Because I'm
zombies.
because, because zombies, not COD zombies obviously, but zombie. I have to establish that because it gets confused in my head. Whenever I mention zombies, I always think of
Zombies, you
fucking
think?
Black Ops. I always think of Black Ops. But basically, in zombies, there's this attempt to recreate Captain America's super serum soldier. Now, they take like DNA of mutants and all that. Yeah, I know it's mutants, and it's not established in the MCU, yeah, blah 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 bullshit. But basically, what they do is they take the DNA of mutants, they take the DNA of like superheroes that are established in the Avengers, and they're like, "Ah,
Mm,
let's mix it all together. Let's see if we can make a better super serum soldier." And they project it into Elijah, and he's like, "Oh, I feel so fucking great. I feel," and then he starts deteriorating, obviously, like it does in the comics. But he deteriorates to a point where he's basically a zombie, and he goes around and he just like he's this like super zombie though, like he's like a really powerful superhero zombie, and he just goes around
yeah,
and starts biting people, and people don't think of anything at first. They shoot him in the head, but because he's bitten at least three people, he's bitten Captain America, Black Panther, and Iron Man. Okay,
mm,
one can fly to many different places. One is a fucking trained assassin, and the other's Captain America. So these three people then go around and start going, oh, fucking start deteriorating. Once they turn into zombies, they start
mm.
biting other people that they're working with, and then that's how the zombie epidemic comes along. Um,
Well,
because I read
I
that also it ties in with Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe because Zombie Pool or
mm,
Headpool
Headpool's
is
great.
from that universe. Headpool is from that universe.
Yeah.
And he's
Wait,
the only coherent zombie as well. He's the only one who can actually talk full English. Fun fact.
yeah. Wait, I just checked. Elijah Bradley is the grandson of the guy I was talking about. It's Isaiah Bradley, who was the black Captain America. But so,
He's the deteriorating one, though, isn't he?
mm, so I think whatever they used, the flag smashers are using, and potentially whatever this new Jonathan Walker Captain America is used, is a more is a better version of what you know Isaiah Bradley was experimented with, a more successful version. And back to
The
my
Steve
point,
Rogers version.
mm, maybe not the Steve Rogers version, but a B Tech Steve Rogers version. And back to my original
Yeah.
point, I think John Walker, so he's going to be promised all this fame and glory and this honor. I think he's going to get his ass kicked at one point, and that's going to take a toll on him. And then he's going to become more because in the comics, John Walker is just a brutal guy anyway when he fights. So,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
no
why Captain
mercy.
America. That's when he after he had the mantle of Captain America, Steve Rogers came back and kicked his ass and took it back from him. because he was unworthy of it. So I think
Like
he's
full
gonna
time.
start.
Ooh,
He's gonna start fighting more brutally after he gets his ass kicked, and then people are gonna start hate like they're being scared of him. Like fucking hell, what have you just done, kind of thing. And then that's gonna make him even
yeah, because
worse, and it's gonna have this dark inversion. And so he's no longer a hero that he was promised to be. He is now just this guy feared by the public. And that is when Falcon or Bucky or Falcon and Bucky come and kick his ass and take the shield from him.
yeah, be like you are not with this shit type
Mm.
bullshit. I
And
mean, it
like,
makes sense.
and then he becomes like fucking US agent.
That'll be fun. That'll be very fun. Oh, that'll be
Because
very,
he's
very
already,
fucking fun.
because his suit is already US agent in it. It's just in
Yeah,
Captain America colours.
it's got the A at the top in US
Mm.
agent. It's got
And
the
then the stripes sideways instead of like
yeah,
horizontal, vertical.
side, sideways horizontal stripes, and
Mm.
it's less leather strapped than it was.
Yeah.
It's more bodysuit instead of pieces of armor type thing.
Mm. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on Falcon and Winter Soldier. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next episode. It's gonna be 40 minutes long. Fucking pure bliss. Cannot wait.
That's I think that's something that pisses me off. We have been promised our episodes, even with WandaVision. Oh yeah, you're gonna get our episodes. Oh, the last three episodes are gonna be an hour. Ah, nah, mate. The last two episodes are gonna be out. Nope. Last episode's gonna be an hour. Promise. Nope.
Last episode is gonna be an hour.
Yeah, it
Fuck, fuck.
wasn't an
The only
hour.
reason it was an hour. The only reason it was
It wasn't
56
an
minutes,
hour.
but fuck it. It was
And then
56 minutes.
And then, oh yeah, guys, Falcon and Winter Soldier, 6 episodes, an hour each. What
40
the
minutes for
fuck?
the first one.
Am I a dickhead? Like, come on,
Yeah.
man, just give me these hour episodes. What? Don't act like it's difficult to make hour episodes. You make a 3 hour movie. Like, come on, man.
I mean, I'll go to them for COVID, but you know,
No, suck out, man.
you
Like,
say one thing and then you say one thing and then you go and
they
then
were
you can
saying this
mention
before
it.
COVID, though, mate. They were saying this before COVID.
Yeah,
Like,
they'll say our episodes and then if they don't say anything
mm,
and then make a
it's
40-minute episode, that kind of makes it worse than going, we apologize. It was due to COVID. We will make our episode. You know what I mean?
just so annoying.
Oh
I
well.
just want hour episodes. Not including the fucking 10-minute credits.
They are long ass fucking credits, not even lying.
Wait, you know what? One thing I didn't actually do, I didn't check if there was a post-credit scene. I don't
That
think
wasn't
there
a
is,
check.
but like, mm,
No, I checked that
because
one.
remember with WandaVision, like they started having them near the end.
Yeah, there wasn't one for like the first three
Mm.
episodes, and they started having them, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, they
Right, I
fucking
think we'll
hell,
call it that.
mate.
That was good.
This has been all over
It
the
was
place.
all over the place, but a good chat nonetheless. I tell you.
Yeah, man. Fuck. Same time next week.
Right,
I'm joking.
same time next week.
Just
Same
definitely
time next
make
week.
this a weekly thing because this is just pure chatting shit.
Chatting gas about comics. What else could you want?
Just chatting complete worse. Like, come on.
You sick, boss.
I love everything. I love everything about it. Safe, bye, guy.
Save G.